Storage and Reorganization Project Part 6. So we're going to put the first shelf in tonight. And before we do that, we have to cut these boards to size so we know we have to open one of these up so we know what size to cut the board to, because we have to put the boards on the floor to level it out. So I believe there are 2 units in each one of these boxes. And these are really nice big sheets of cardboard that we can use for different projects. So I want to make sure we open these carefully. This knife is a little bit dull. This is kind of a good cover too. I think we'll keep that also. Use it to cover air conditioners or something. Nice big thick bags. Here's 2 good pieces of cardboard you can put on the floor while you're working, doing something messy or whatever. This is a really nice pallet. This is constructed with real lumber. Usually these are just made with all junk like this. So we'll break this down, we'll save these 2 pieces. It's like 10 bucks a lumber right there nowadays. And it's a nice clean piece still. Oh gosh, how are we going to get these inside? I have no idea how we're going to get these in the house. Well, not the house. Getting it over to where it needs to go is going to be the problem. Well, it cost a fortune and a half, but this is exactly what I was looking for in the first place. These are kind of cool. Save that for no reason. I'm sure we'll definitely use that again. Okay, so we'll make a cut on either side of this. And I think I'm going to use the chop saw so that it's a good clean cut. So we'll cut kind of right towards the end. You can't make this stuff up. Have any better pieces than this? A stinking piece on the pallet there is better than all these pieces. There's spray on all these. I just don't like the way it looks. It doesn't really matter because it's just going on the floor, but I just want to make sure everything here is done the best it can, because this is long term now. I might go ahead and break this down and use these pieces. I like these pieces better. Let's see if we can get it done with one, or if we need both pieces. So we need 72 in total, because 36 just barely doesn't make it. We'll need both sides. Well, we might as well do that now, because we got to do it eventually anyways. Disregard. It just occurred to me that it's a moot point, because if those are only 71, I need 4 of them. So we'll just use this stuff, and it is what it is. Stupid. This is not stupid though. That is gross. Okay. So let's get a clean cut on this. Can I get one that's not so dirty? That really just bothers me. We're going to put something in there that's gross. This looks pretty good. If we cut right there and put that side in the back, I think that's fine. And then we'll take the middle out of this one. Oh, it's got all the staples in it. Alright, we're just going to go with it as it is. That's a factory cut there. That should be square. We don't have to worry about that. So we'll just cut it to here and maybe give it a little bit more, so we'll cut it right there. Okay. Okay, that's about the length that we need. We'll just put this side in the back corner. Okay, good. So now we got to go inside and put these on the ground and level them out. And then once we get these leveled out, then we can bring the shelf in. That works really good. It doesn't contain all the shavings that end up on the floor, but it contains a lot of the dust, which is what really makes the mess. This carpet is going to have to be moved, which is fine. There is space to do that. So we have 36-inch come out to there. And let's see how far off this is. It looks pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So we really have to raise this up. Oh boy, quite a lot. It's about 1.2 inches. Can I reach the Can I reach the metric one? This is where I really hate the inches, because you have all these stupid fractions. If I can get to the metric one, it would be easier. Here it is. Okay, so we have to bring this up to there. So it's going to be about right there. It's good. That's about 3. I hate measuring so much. What you can do to make this easier is put that over there. 2.5 we'll go with. If anything, I'd like it to tilt back a touch. Yeah, we'll do 2.5. This is so bad over here that we don't even need to make a cut. We can just use a 2x4. 2.5 is like 3.7. It's close enough. So we'll just slice this down to the length of this and use this. Actually, while we're over here, let's just check the other one too, and then we can do it together. This I don't think is quite as bad over here. It's still bad though. This whole house is like this. It's all crooked and messed up. Yeah, that's not as bad though. Okay, let's see what we need here to correct this. I think a 2 centimeter is good. Alright, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's nowhere near as bad as the other side. I don't think I turned the camera on for the cutting of the blocks. Oh well. This is warped. Must have come from the other Home Depot. The lumber there is such garbage. I got 2 different ones here. I'm not sure which one we're going to need. I measured it, but that never works for me anyways. Alright, that one's pretty good. And that one's pretty good as well. This could go up a touch. Maybe we'll use the bigger then. Yeah, we'll go with the bigger one, I think. Alright, let's get that thing in here. Okay, this is going to be where the problem comes in. I don't think we can make this turn, but we might be able to put this vertical. Yes, that's easier. Whoops. Good thing that didn't just break. Okay. That's definitely a massive upgrade in terms of storage capacity. Self-leveling feet enclosed. Well, this is so far off that the self-leveling feet would not be enough. Dealt with that with the previous shelving. It's only one piece. That is going to make it very difficult to get the individual shelves, and I was kind of hoping it'd be two pieces. Alright, well, we'll deal with it. Post feet. Not even sure that we really need that. Well, I guess if it's just a gaping hole at the bottom, then maybe we do. We'll just close these all the way because we already set it to the correct thing on the floor. Just case in point, this does not adjust enough to solve the problem. It only gives you about maybe half an inch, which is probably fine for a lot of applications, but not in this residence. I wonder if that's supposed to be tapped in. I suppose we could look at the manual. It's not what we normally do here, but we can do something out of the ordinary for a change. There it is, it's all the way over there. You can't get it. I got it. Barely. Okay. Oh, that actually kind of hurt. Duh. Yeah, it does say to push it in there. Just about all the way in. There we go. I felt it go all the way in. Okay, that leg is attached. That would have been much easier. Okay, that's nice. Post feet, not post 10. Okay, now we got to find where the clips is at. Here they are. I'm going to cut these metal halide lights off now because they're using a lot of electricity and putting in a lot of light too. Okay, we're ready to put it together. I'm gonna put up a second camera here so we can make a stupid shorts. Ooh. I started filming these just out of curiosity because although I think the interface is horrific, and the interface is absolutely atrocious and garbage, at least on the computer, and I think filming vertical is stupid, although ironically in this case it happens to fit the frame better, but normally recording vertical does not make sense because that's not the way that your eyes see the world. But It doesn't take much to make these in addition to the regular videos, and they get a lot of views. They get way more views than a regular video, which is kind of disappointing. But they've been getting a lot of positive feedback, so if this is the way that people consume media right now, then this is what we're going to have to film. This will just be a time lapse, so it doesn't really matter what the audio is. But yeah, so we'll see. No, this is not turning into a shorts channel or some whatever nonsense like that. There's still going to be the regular videos, but for the people that don't like that stuff or don't have time for it, you know, now there's an alternative. All right. I'd like to take those staples out of there, but I don't think it's worth the time of day. I can always do that afterwards. So now the challenge is I have to lift this up 73 inches in the air to get this on, or probably more like 75 because it's up off the floor now. I was hoping these would be in 2 sections. How are we going to do this? I think I'm going to put this down first. This is an absolutely massive shelf. This would be difficult to work with in any environment, but especially this confined space like this. Alright, so this is not lining up as nicely as I'd like it to be. It's a good fit for the space though. Alright, so let's move this over. So this will now be like that. And then, oh wow, this is all the way over on this side. Huh. Well, that is somewhat of a problem because it's not sitting flat on there anymore. It's sitting partially on that leveler stuff. Well, it's still level, so oh well. I don't really want to keep pounding on the floor to try to get the rest of it up. I don't think it's worth it. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I'll put this down and then we'll put the tubes through it. Well, actually, that I can do that in the front, but I'm not going to be able to do that in the back. How the heck am I going to get this on here? I have no idea how I'm going to do this. This is really challenging. I am stumped. The problem is, so what I can do in the front here, I can put this in and I can lift the shelf up, put the piece on place and then drop it back down. That's fine in the front. I can't do that in the back because I can't reach it. At least I don't think I can reach it. Because you can't, the ones next to this I can just walk on top of it, but I have to prop this up on something. Not sure this is even going to be enough. There we go, that's what I wanted. Something like this, I think. That'll be fun on this side. I'm going to do this side first, that's going to be the hardest. That back corner. Clean out the boiler too, it's making some funny noises. Alright, put my other camera back on. And let's see what we can do. So I'm going to try to this is not going to be easy. I gotta get this up. Oh man. Ow. Okay. Ow. This one will be easier to do because I can just put it like this and stick the legs on. This is the hardest one because of the positioning. Had I taken all this stuff out of here, it would be easier, but I don't think that taking all that stuff out of there would have saved any time. I can't get this open. Lots of plastic film here. How am I going to get over there now? I don't know if I can put this on there with one hand. Maybe. Let's see. Of course, the other thing I'm afraid of is this like falling and snapping on my hand. This is terrifying. Okay. We got that side on. Now we got to get this side on. That was really scary. Yeah, the other thing that was kind of scary was carrying those beams out of here with the nails sticking up. Walking in an area with a lot of tripping hazards. That was kind of scary too. I keep thinking this is a mouse nest. Let me get this off of here. It doesn't really come off. Okay, both of those is latched in place. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to pull this up. And now we got to get this out. Alright, well, of the two, that's the easier one to correct. That's not a big deal. Okay, that's great. Now one more difficult one. Do the same thing here. I'll take the this and prop it up a little bit. These are heavy shelves. These things actually came here on a freight truck, on a pallet. These are not lightweight shelves by any means. Is that all the way at the bottom? Yeah. Just about reached my kneeling quota for the day. I probably have exceeded it. Alright, now this one we got to do a particular question because this light is here. Should have just moved the light, but you know, why not make it more interesting? Alright, so we're going to take this whole apparatus over a little bit like that. Push that back. Okay, we got it. I think that will be the hardest part of this project. Not necessarily going to be easy from here on out, but it should not be this difficult. There's a problem here. Okay, I fixed the problem. I want to pull this over so it's centered. Whoa, too much, too much. Alright, that's good like that. So now, assembling the rest of it, I should be able to just walk around down here. Very, very strong. Alright. That's pretty good. Let's get some more shelves. Okay, I think that lamp needs to, at bare minimum, be turned. I hope it doesn't come unplugged. I don't really want to grab that with two hands while it's plugged in because it's not really set up that well. Okay, that should be fine while assembling the shelf. There's an incandescent bulb in there. Okay. Oh no. It doesn't work anymore. It broke. There'll be something breaking around here. It's constant. Perfect. Okay, so now we have to figure out the height. Oh man, this is going to be awesome. It's going to fit so many fans. We got to figure out the height for the shelves to be. Just a quick leveling check. It's pretty good. That shouldn't be on there. Good enough. Pretty good. Not bad. All right, so we'll use 2150 as a baseline. I think we said 22 inches. And this is labeled, which is kind of handy. So 22 would put us right here. And I'm going to say we actually got to go up a little higher than that. And the reason being is because we lost a few inches here. So this is not, I don't think it starts at 0, does it? No, I guess it does. No, it doesn't. It starts at 4. So that's the problem. That's why we're losing a little bit. So that makes sense. So if this is like this, I'm going to say we start it. We start it right there, actually. Well, let's see. Where does the shelf sit? The shelf sits about an inch and a half below this, so almost at the bottom of this piece. So if we put it there, that's probably about good. That's at number 27 on the bottom. I didn't realize these were numbered. I would have made sure I positioned all of them outward so we could see it during assembly. Or I guess inwards would have made the most sense. Alright, this is going to be interesting. And not interesting in like a good way. It's going to be difficult to get this on. But we have to do difficult things sometimes. This would have been a lot easier with two people, I think. I should have seen if Incandescent Ed could come over and help with this. Oh no. Sometimes these can jam if they get too much tension on them, and that's what happened. It jammed. No, this is really jammed. I'm gonna have to take it out over here and try to lower it back down to unjam it. just going to keep happening. Ow. That was not good. It's jammed again. Alright, we lost some clips. Where did those come off of? I feel like those are sitting on the table. This is still there, right? Yep, that's still on there. I think those just came off the table. Nope, they came from over here. Oh, this is not good. This is really turning into a disaster. Realistically, this is probably supposed to be a 4-person operation. I'll try to prop it up. See how it's jammed with so much force at this point? Hopefully I can unjam it. Okay, we lost all 4 sets of clips. Hopefully I can find them all. I don't know why I didn't foresee this being as difficult as it is. I should have. Oh, bubbles in the floor there from that stinking paint. Two, 4, 6. There's one there. I don't know where the other one is. Oh, maybe this is it here. Alright, I think we got all the clips done. I'm going to try to prop it up. I almost need to like suspend it from the ceiling or something in the center so it's even, because that's our problem, is it goes uneven and then it's impossible to regulate, because it's not bad as long as it stays level, but as soon as it goes unlevel, forget it. Okay. Now I can get the clips back on. know what I might have to do? I might have to lower this down from underneath. I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to lower it down from underneath. Get out of here. Man, this is quite the thumbnail. What does Russ say? It's not a stupid idea if it worked. That worked. That was actually really quite graceful. I'm stuck. Ow. Okay, now that's not going to be as easy the second time around, but okay, so we got it. Make sure this is good. I'll test it with myself before I test it with my fans. Yeah, seems pretty good. It's a nice strong shelf. I do like to just tap these down a touch. Alright, let's check the height on this thing. Make sure the height's correct. Smash my finger at some point, that really hurts. Well, it really should go it should go down about an inch. Well, let's see. No, I guess not. That's fine. Okay. Let's get this out of here. Okay, this is really taking every bit of strength I have to move that thing. That is massive, it's bulky, and it's very heavy. I kind of don't like how it's all the way on the edge like that, but there's really nothing I can do about it now. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. I could move this over, but nah, there's no reason to. Just leave it alone. It's not going to be in the shoe. Alright. I'll push this probably most of the way back once I get the other shelves on. Okay, let's get another one in here. I don't know why that sounds all goofy like that. Maybe the bearings need to be serviced. Okay, let's get another box open. I can't believe how much energy this is taking to do this. This is definitely not supposed to be a single person install. Oh, it's like a fan. Actually, it moves pretty good air too. Nowhere near as much as a 3733 though. Alright, we're going to run into a slight problem, I think. We might have some kind of useless space on top. Can something like this fit there? You can fit in there. That's an option. You really need like a couple inches, which we could potentially get. Not easily. Definitely not easily. You might. I think it would cut it too close. Well, I don't know. This is going to be close. And the reason why this is not working is because, why is it not working? It's not as ideal because I did not take into account that we lose 3 inches on the bottom like that. Interesting. I guess there's not that much of a height difference between a 12 and a 16. A 16 fits. Interesting. Alright, I think we're going to have to do the same operation here. See if we can not wreck the place in the process. I have to do the same operation with this. I don't want to overthink the way we do this too much because there's no benefit. I'm going to, do this once more and then probably never again. So there's no point in really trying to figure out a good method for this because it just doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Let the fun begin. Get it underneath this piece of garbage ceiling fan. All right, here we go. This is gonna be a problem, I think. How am I gonna, whoa. Why is that all of a sudden over there like that? Okay, that solves that problem. That kind of sounded like a bell. Okay, this is not good. Okay, that one's in place. But none of the other ones are. Okay, that's lined up. It's a good thing that was there. I don't think my arms are long enough. Okay. Okay. This is some crazy exercise. It's jammed. Okay, we still in place. Yep. Oh, got it. Okay. This is this is outrageous. But we're getting it done. There's only like an inch of space. I don't think you can go down one more. I think that makes sense. That's a good placement. I can't believe I didn't get any muscle spasms just then. That's incredible. Okay, we've got one more to go. This should be, I guess it should be easiest because it's not going very far down. Well, I think we're going to try the second rung on this one. It should work out. Oh man, I can't tell you how much of a strain that just was on the body. Holy cow. Oh, especially after doing all that snow yesterday. Thought I heard something upstairs. I couldn't tell if it was this. I think it was trashy copyright music and some car outside. Oh, here's another challenge. How am I going to get these clips on? I'm going to have to go get the wobbly stool. Okay, that's cool. I went upstairs to get the stool and I did something else and didn't get the stool. This is not the wobbly stool, but it'll have to suffice. I don't know where the wobbly stool is. Yeah, I just realized it's going to be difficult to reach the stuff in the back there. I might have to leave a gap. I might have to leave that gap here so that I can reach the back, because otherwise, I mean, like, you can reach it this way, but if this is here, yeah, I think I'm going to have to shift the shelf all the way over and leave a space. So this might actually work out in a different way than I expected. Oh man, this house is wiping me out. I gotta go to sleep soon. Does slide kind of nice in the carpet though. That's handy. right, here we go. I can't get the leverage to push that up. This is the only way to do this. I can't do it from the ground. Can't get enough leverage. Uh-oh. All right, well, we generally got this together without incident. It's not easy, but we got it. Okay. Now, something I think is off in this right corner here because the shelf is not as far down on the unit like it is on the other ones here. So let's see if we can just verify the positioning of the clip. Jeez, if you thought the small ones are loud, these ones are so loud. Okay, I'd call that a success. Nothing broke. The lamp didn't break. The fan didn't break. Good. Okay, that's actually, we'll probably record another one because we'll record the loading up of the shelf. Yeah, so I think what we're going to encounter here, and this is interesting, is something I didn't foresee. We are going to have to leave the 8-inch gap here, or the whatever the gap size is, because if this other shelf comes out another 36 inches, which would be to about here, how the heck, actually that's not too bad. Well, we'll have to see once I get it in place. What I'm concerned about is if you can't go any closer than this, it might be difficult to get, because there's going to be a post here. So it's not like I'm cheating, I'm reaching around it like this. You cannot go past this, so trying to get to some of the fans in the back I think might be kind of difficult. So I might have to leave that gap here so that I can slip in between here and get to stuff. I'm not sure. I'll have to clear all this stuff out and then we'll have to experiment with the positioning. So I want this to be, oh, that wire's in the way now, but I think that's pretty good like that. This is, it's up against that wall, which I kind of don't like because that wall is not structural. And I don't think it's very well made. So to put any pressure on there I don't think makes sense. Okay, that's away from there now. I like the way that's sitting on that. I think this makes sense here. This is good. Okay, that definitely should have been for at least 2, if not 4 person operation. But we got it done.